Hello everyone, welcome back to all of you who are subscribed. For any of you new viewers, please take a moment to consider hitting that subscribe button and tapping the like button if it really helps out the channel. Today we're going to be doing a test between two of Home Depot's most popular brands, the Ryobi versus Ridgid. Who will win? And it's coming up next, so stay tuned. First, we'll run over just a few basic details between the two. The Ryobi's model number P747. Meanwhile, the Ridgid is model number R87044. Both of these inflators feature battery-operated power, but the Ridgid is also a hybrid that you can plug in right here. And I believe the cord is 11 feet, and it will plug into your cigarette lighter. I've owned this Ryobi for almost 2 years now. It has worked flawlessly. I use it all the time. I was lucky enough to be able to borrow this Ridgid inflator from my dad. He recently got this, so we don't have too much time use on it. So this is going to be my first comparison between the two. I've only used this on a few occasions. Both of these tools offer auto shutoff, which allows you to set the tire pressure to a certain PSI and then hit the start button and it will shut off when it reads the correct PSI. As you can see right here, it's a digital gauge. I understand in the camera for some reason it's not letting you see the PSI number. There, I think you can see it right now. Anyways, you can see how nice and small this little gauge is. In order to change it, all you do is hit this up. The up button here, you can set the PSI, hit start, it'll shut off when you get to the PSI that you want, or you can hold the button in like that and you can manually fill. This inflator also is a deflator. The Ryobi also has this added tube right here that you can plug in and you can either inflate or deflate air mattresses, inner tubes, whatever it is you would like. The Ridgid has a 2-inch digital display. I like this display a lot better. All you have to do is turn the dial. Right here you can see it says that you're on manual, so all you do is pull the trigger. Or you can turn this way, turn the PSI up where you want. You see how it says set to auto. And then you pull the trigger and it will shut off when it gets to where it wants to go. The Ridgid is a inflator only. Both tools come with added accessories. I do not like the way that these accessories are stored on the Ryobi. I have issues all the time with this piece right here falling out. If anybody else has this problem, let me know in the comments below. I think Ryobi should redesign this. The Ryobi has a 28-inch hose. The Ridgid has a 20-inch hose. And it hooks on right there and it comes out. One nice thing about the Ridgid, which I'm still kind of up in the air on, I've had some issues and with a few valve stems, and I've had other valve stems where it works perfectly fine. But the connection on here is a quick connect. So it is really nice. You just stick it on there, push this forward, and it locks right on. Pop it off, slide it down, and you can pull it off. The Ryobi has a little bit more of a traditional one, where all you do is put it on the valve stem and you screw it on. I like the fact that you screw this on all the way. It's on there, it takes a little more time. I feel like in the long run, this is going to be more reliable. Both of these inflators have 150 PSI max pressure. The Ryobi comes with your standard 3-year warranty, and the Ridgid comes with the lifetime service agreement as long as you register it. Both the Ryobi and the Ridgid have a statement saying you can run the tool for 5 minutes straight, and then you need to let the tool cool down for 5 minutes straight to allow the pump to cool. Otherwise, my guess is it may not perform as good and you're probably going to prematurely wear the tool out. Myself personally, I like the way this looks. I like the fact that the battery hangs up on the bottom. You got this little handle. I like the carry bag that I have for it. It's just a little Ryobi bag that comes with their battery and charger set. The Ridgid has a nice feel. I like the handle. Feels just like a Ridgid impact driver. It's got that same texture to it. Gets a little flimsy in my opinion sitting up like this. One nice feature about it is they have this flat end right here. So you can set it down like that and then look right in the digital display when you are airing stuff up. Any of you who've been watching my channel long enough know that I love to find out what the weight on each tool is, so let's do it. Tool only on the Ryobi, 2 pounds, 14.2 ounces. Tool only on the Ridgid, 2 pounds, 5.2 ounces. Because I will be doing the test with both 3 amp hour batteries, Ryobi's high output 3 amp hour, which I believe is their top of the line battery as in the high output, and the Ridgid Octane 3 amp hour, which I believe is their top of the line battery, even though neither one of these tools, to the best of my knowledge, is able to utilize the extra technology for the power, because the Ryobi is a brushed and the Ridgid does not say that it's octane anywhere on it, so I don't think it can use the max power from the battery. Let me know in the comments section below, guys, if I'm wrong on that. 3 amp hour Ridgid battery, 1.74 ounces. And then the 3 amp hour Ryobi, 1 pound, 10.6 ounces. As expected, at least for me anyways, the Ryobi is a heavier battery. It's always been a downfall in my opinion. I don't like the stick style, but I totally get it. Because one of their commitments that Ryobi has made is they will never change this battery style, so you can always use their batteries no matter how old your tool is. The way I'm going to do the test today is I've deflated my front tires on my truck down to 25 psi. I think that is more of a real world scenario. A lot of us who have these aren't going to go grab a completely flat tire and expect to blow it up to 40 psi in 2 minutes. So tires are deflated to 25 psi. We're going to blow them up to 35 psi, which is what my half-ton pickup truck is rated at. We're going to see which one's faster. I'm going to do the Ryobi on one tire, and then I'm going to go to the other tire and I'm going to do the Ridgid. That way it's as fair as possible. Let's get to it. Fully charged. Also fully charged. They will each do a different tire to make this as fair as possible. So this tire is at 25 psi. I'm just using a Performax digital tire impresser to check it. The next step will be to hook the Ryobi tire inflator up and see what it reads for air pressure. Turn style, where you just screw it onto the valve stem. All right, time. So for some reason, my phone shut off in the middle of this. I apologize, guys. I started it right back up so you didn't miss anything, but looks like that it was right around 3 minutes and 57 seconds. I'll have to review in the video to get the actual time. Now what we're going to do is we're going to check the tire pressure with the Performax again and see exactly how accurate the Ryobi is when it actually shut off versus what the tire pressure says. 35, guys. I'm definitely not going to complain about that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this tire inflator. I've had this inflator now for, I don't remember if I got this in the summer of 19 or the summer of 20. I'm pretty sure I got it in the summer of 19, so we're looking at almost 2 years. And this thing has worked flawlessly for me. Battery gauge is down to 3 bars, so not very bad for 4 minutes of runtime. Alright everyone, so as you can see, we're on the other side of the truck now. We will once again check the tire pressure. There we are at 25. Now the Ridgid has the push style, and it's a quick connect. I've got mixed thoughts on it. I kind of like it and I kind of don't. But all you do is push it in. Go like that right there. You push it in and then push that down and it locks on. And the Ridgid, all you do, you got to hit the button first to turn it on. And then it is also saying 25 psi. So both of these seem to be fairly accurate in terms of my gauge versus what they say. So now this is the twist dial, and you can see how it says set auto mode. So we are going to, too far, turn that up to 35 psi. This one is not as friendly for filming purposes. I had to readjust the camera. I think we're okay now. I'll turn this up to 35 psi, and I will do my best to hit the start button at the same time. Alright, as you can see, this was a lot faster. I believe 3 minutes and 56 seconds was somewhere around where the Ryobi was. This minute 52, that's significantly faster in my opinion. However, I'm not sure if you guys could tell, but the Ridgid seemed a lot louder. There is a downfall. We will do a decibel test here real shortly. Take the quick connect, pull up, pull off. How accurate is it? So the Ridgid is at 34. The Ryobi was at 35, so the Ryobi does seem to be a little more accurate. And that is actually something that I've noticed over the course of me using this. I blew 5 tires up on my trailer, and every time I blew the tire up, it was off just a little bit. And I've noticed that the Ryobi seems to have a lot more accuracy, at least in my opinion. Maybe you guys are having different experiences with this one of the Ryobi, so let me know down in the comments below if you seem to be finding the same things that I am. If you noticed how once Ridgid did start to get closer to the pressure, you heard it made a quieter sound. You know, the sound went down as it must have been backing off so it didn't overinflate, and maybe that's part of the reason why it seemed to underinflate. And then as you can see, the Ridgid battery also down 1 bar. So the exact same as the Ryobi. So as you can see, the normal noise is somewhere in the 38 to 45 range. And the Ryobi is right between 89 and 90.2 decibels. We'll keep the Ridgid in the same spot, have the sound meter in the same spot. 94.8. And to be honest, when you're standing here, the Ridgid sounds a lot louder. Alright guys, that was interesting. What did you guys think? I am thoroughly shocked. I'll have to go back and double check on the times in the video. Basically, the Ridgid was twice as fast as the Ryobi. To me, that's amazing. Ridgid has claims out there that they have one of or the fastest 18-volt inflator on the market, and it appears they did. When it comes to sound, the Ryobi is roughly 4 decibels quieter. I'm kind of wondering if the reason the Ryobi is 4 decibels quieter is because the Ridgid is pumping more air out faster. If you're in a hurry, obviously we all know you're going to get that tire blown up a lot faster, and at the same time, you're going to be able to blow up more tires or put more air in a tire with the Ridgid than you are with the Ryobi in the 5-minute interval periods that they give you. Both batteries used 1 notch, so it seems like we're pretty even there. So then when you want to get down to the price aspect, the Ridgid retails for $69 at Home Depot. The Ryobi retails for $49.97. I know that this is currently on sale at the Home Depot for $39.97. So you really got to ask yourselves, if you're on both platforms, is the performance and the extra noise worth the extra $30? Or do you want to save that $30 and do you want to get the slower, quieter, yet able to deflate option? That's up to you. That's something you guys are going to have to make. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.